Uncensored.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the podcast that is all about intellectually immature nonsense.
Are a very particular set of skills.
And by God, this is the BS
Uncensored.
And here it is, episode 303 of the BS Uncensored podcast. Thanks for being here. My name's Jason Bailey. There's NickyD.
That is me.
There's Nelson.
Hello?
Girl, you gotta plug me up.
That is not what it says.
Yes, it does. It's about time you plug me up.
It's about time you plug me up. There you go.
Girl, it's about time you plugged up this cooter.
Don't say that word.
Nikki, that's what Nikki D's phone says. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Why does it say that?
Whenever I plug it up, get the battery charging.
Oh, that's what it means.
Yes.
Girl, it's about time you get that dick.
It says it with that affect.
Wow, this is a really smart phone.
It is very smart.
Girl, about time you sucking on your titties.
Why you gotta make everything it says vulgar? Oh my God.
Girl, about time you plug that shit up. Hell yeah.
God.
I could make it say that, but I didn't want to use any curse words. I wanted it to be politically correct around everybody.
I didn't think that you could do that with an iPhone.
Yeah, you can. You can make it say anything you want.
Really?
Really.
Like, is it in the iPhone?
It's an app. Yes, in the iPhone. It's in the settings.
Really?
Really?
You got to show me how to do that.
I don't know how.
Oh.
Let me tell you, everybody gets upset when I tell them that because they want their phone to talk when they hear my phone. What happened was my daughter's friend and my daughter put this on my phone because I heard her phone do it when she plugged it up. I'm like, oh, I want mine to do my phone. And she did. So then I told her to show me how to do it. So if I wanted to change it, I could. I went in, I changed it one time. And because I never went back to do it again, I forgot all the steps because, iPhones make these steps ridiculous. So now I had to go back to my friend's daughter to ask her, and she forgot too. So now I don't know how to do it. So when everybody asks me and I say I don't know how, they think I just don't want their phone to do what my phone does, as if it matters.
That's exactly how I feel right now.
I know, and it's
That's exactly
not
how I
true.
feel.
You can even, I've tried to Google it and everything. It's a lot of steps, so I just don't remember them.
What if Nelson figures it out for his phone? What do you think it'd say? Boy, about time you take your meds.
Boy, by the time you got some money.
Yeah. Boy, you ain't buying shit.
You can afford this phone.
Boy, you best put that shit down. And go get...
Boy, you can't afford that.
Boy, you best be buying some store brand.
Yeah, no.
By the time you got a discount.
Boy, you think Kraft is in your budget? No.
Boy, you're buying cereal in a bag.
That cereal never gets soggy.
Boy, that Shasta looking good.
Individual cans.
Shasta.
Do they even have Shasta in California?
I haven't seen it.
No.
But that's what you got to buy.
Boy, I tell you what, you're broke as a joke.
It's 5 steps, by the way.
What?
To do what her phone does, it's 5 steps. She said it's a lot of steps.
It
so many
is.
steps. It's 5.
No, I know what she's saying though. Like you'll get lost.
You will get lost in there. I promise you.
I get it. I agree with you. You get like in the all the Apple products, even though they try to dumb them down and they keep trying to, but it's like, all right, general setting. No, it was under mail. No, man, email always gets me. Like
it's ridiculous.
Like if I have to train, especially my work password.
Yep.
Like seems like 5 days. I'm like, God, how do I do this? I always forget how to do it.
Same thing. I don't have my work email on my phone right now because I can't remember how to do it in the steps. So I just downloaded a Google app and did it separate. I don't have time.
Yeah, you go get on that dick.
Well, you send me the 5 steps, Nelson, so I can put it to memory and give it to people when they ask.
Yeah, in fact, it's 4 steps. The 5th step was connect your iPhone to power.
Don't get them twisted with the 10 steps you're currently doing.
Getting those coins every month.
Yeah.
12, thank you.
Oh, is it 12?
12, there's 12 of them.
Oh, I thought you took the online class. You can't afford all 12.
No.
Only give you 10 steps. what was the comedian? So if you were listening to the radio show this week, what's good about doing the podcast is I think I'm figuring this out, is that, even shorter conversations that we have on the radio show, we can elaborate here on the podcast. And because it is radio and not everybody is listening every day for 4 hours, even if you go back to the radio show podcast, we can still bring it up here once a week.
Yep.
So this past weekend, Nikki and I both went out of town from Sacramento. I went to Tahoe and with my wife, and we did some gambling, and it was a good time. I don't think it was all it was cracked up to be. Then went up to Virginia City, which is just north of Tahoe, and that was very interesting as we got lucky as they were celebrating Heritage Day, Civil War reenactments. So that was pretty cool walking around. I actually got my shirt on from the bar. This like bucket of blood or something.
Bucket of blood saloon.
I've been sitting here looking at that bucket this entire show, and I didn't realize that was blood coming out of it.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
I thought it was fire.
No, it's like a thing. The bucket of, what is it called?
The bucket of blood?
Yeah, the bucket of blood saloon. So like people know about this, right? And you go in, and when I was taking pictures and stuff and posting it when I was there, that's what everybody's like, you got to go and have a beer. You got to have a beer. I can't day drink because I had to drive, 2.5 hours home. Like I can't even have a beer.
I don't like to drink beer, period, anyways. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I wanted to, but I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I felt like kind of a pants.
Because you didn't drink the beer.
Because we're in the bar buying shirts, and everybody's, a lot of like biker guys there in their leather vests, and they're having a party, a good time.
Was it some kind of special beer that they wanted you to try? Is that why they want you to get it?
I mean, this is like one of the oldest cities in, I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
Again, this is the city that helped the Union beat the South.
Right.
With the gold, and they brought it over from Nevada. And so Mark Twain got his pseudonym there. We're working for the Virginia. I mean, this is like a lot of history in this small little town. People actually fucking live there, which is crazy. All I could think of is when Rach and I were driving up, I just kept, Rach would be like, there's a house there. And I go, yeah, got lucky. Government gave us a good piece of land, from Vegas Vacation.
Yep.
That's what it looked like, Cousin Eddie's house. Like you see all these little houses out there. So I didn't drink, and then we finished up Virginia City. That was cool. And we wrapped around, went through Reno, and came home. But Nikki had the Vegas trip from hell. I mean, just kind of the shortened version, because again we did talk about this on the radio this week. But your flight got jacked up
By 5-6 hours.
delayed, so you didn't get until 8.
Yep. Deplaned 3 times.
Yeah, deplaned.
Mm-hmm.
The room was under your name, so your buddies that you're meeting out there from Atlanta
Couldn't get in for hours.
and they were mad at you.
They were.
Yeah.
Well, one of my friends were. My other friend, she was cool, but my one friend, she was real mad at me.
Yeah, I don't understand how they could be mad at you, though. That's not something they should be mad. That's not your fault.
She was mad at me because, according to her, she thought I booked the room straight through the hotel, even though she sent me a link to book the room through some third-party crap that she uses that I don't use.
Yeah.
So that was why I didn't understand why she was mad.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
Book through a third party.
No. Pay for it. You should never pay for a room in Vegas.
Oh, well, how we were supposed to get a room?
Well, we got to gamble.
None of us are gamblers, so we didn't already
Yeah, but
have
you don't have to
perks
gamble
saved
long.
up.
Yeah, there are ways around that. I mean, you can get a card online. You can join Caesars Entertainment online. I mean, there's plenty of things you can do.
Oh, well, I got to figure it out next time.
Well, I told you, Rach and I will take you next time in October,
I heard you.
and I'll get you a room.
I got
I'll
to
take care of the room.
save my money back up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. So you had that. Then you had the comedian rip you to shreds.
I did. Butch Bradley, that was his name.
Butch Bradley.
He said I wasn't a good talk show host.
Because you looked miserable.
I didn't look miserable. He didn't like the way I answered his questions because, again, apparently I'm getting ripped so bad for my customer service. The girl he talked to before me had one of those personalities where she was overly bubbly. So he's like, what's your name? And she's like, my name's Jaleesa, and I work at the post office. And that was her response. And then he's asked me, like, what's your name? And I said, Nikki.
You sound a little gel bell.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I just have a different personality from other people. So people like to say that I'm not friendly, which is not true.
You're right. It is not true. You are very friendly.
I am.
Yeah, but somehow, like the nastiest person ever. Like,
I'm sorry. What, Nelson?
how are you both at once?
I'm not. I
You
don't
are
understand.
you're one of the best humans I've ever met. You're very sweet, but you're also very mean.
Hi, I'm NickyD, and I love God. So I like the devil.
Right. same time.
No, I just answered the questions he asked. There was this running joke because all the girls on the front row were like these little 18, 19-year-old girls. And he had this running joke that they were going to be kidnapped or something. So he's like, just hang out with Nikki. She'll be you guys' bodyguard because she's so damn mean.
Oh, you
I'm
should
like,
have seen her.
that's not true.
You should have seen her after we left Folsom Prison. And we went and got hamburgers at this spot in Folsom. And the couple that was next to where we were sitting ordered after us but got their food before us.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, she was ready to tear this woman down.
Oh, my God.
Because
She goes, what, they don't like black people?
Hello, I'm NickyD. In my whole life, I'm just looking for a black knight in shining armor. Hi, I'm NickyD, and I want to
Why'd you look evil when you said that? Ugh.
Yes.
Eyes rolling in the back of your head.
Putting the D in devil.
Thought that woman was going to die.
Well, she was like that. She was kind of bitchy when we started off the Folsom Prison tour.
No, I was not.
Yeah. I was going to say something.
I was not bitchy. He gave us the overalls. I put them on and tied them up.
But you were like, we had no choice. I mean, it was what it was, and you're just like, when I was a CO, we didn't have to wear
I did not. See, here's the thing. I did not say one word. Now, the man kept apologizing to me. And in my mind, I was thinking, why does he keep apologizing to me? I didn't say one word to him.
Because he had two eyes?
What? Did I look bad or something?
You can't hide when you're upset.
Yeah.
I tried.
You have no, don't ever
really
play
tried.
poker.
Yeah, you
Stick to blackjack.
you wear your emotions on your face like a porn star wears a man's.
Yes.
But there are times where I try very hard, though, to make sure that my face does not look how I feel. And I felt like I accomplished that yesterday.
No, you didn't. So here's the thing is you should really lean on people that get you when we tell you these things. I've been told this stuff my whole life, like not as bad as you, but it's,
As bad as me.
I get people tell me stuff all the time, and you don't have to believe them and all that good stuff and whatnot. But
No, normally my friends will say, Nikki, fix your face. And then I know that my face must look crazy. And then I think about baseball, and in my mind, it makes my face regular.
What are you trying to not come? You're thinking about baseball?
Yeah, I'm just trying to look like nothing's going on.
John Mattingly.
Think about baseball. That's what they say you need to do when you have to reset your face.
No, that's what they tell guys to think about when they're trying not to finish too soon.
right,
Well,
exactly.
I use that too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish. What would you say to that Butch Bradley guy? Like if you met him out in public, or if he like came around Sacramento and came into the radio show?
I mean, he was a nice guy. I don't think I would rip him to shreds or anything like that.
I don't think you would rip him to shreds either.
No.
I think he would rip you to shreds.
Right.
Because he's a comedian and he's good at it. I actually thought
You're a radio personality. Take pride.
I am, but I thought his set was really good, so I wasn't even mad at him the way that he ripped me. It never happened to me before, and I played along and laughed. I think I'm a good talker, though.
Would you go back and see him, or are you all pissy?
No, I would go back and see him.
You're gonna go back.
He hugged me after the show, believe it or not.
Okay, I didn't want you to kill him.
No, he came and found me and hugged me. He's like, "Oh, that's you," and he gave me a hug.
He's like, you were I'm just playing. You were just so awesome. You're a great comedian. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm going to kill you.
No, he was really funny.
You just wanted to make sure you weren't Steve Buscemi and what, Happy Madison, Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, Happy Gilmore.
It's like,
Put the lipstick on afterwards. after
cross your name off the list.
checking it off. And then the blackjack dealer, told you that you couldn't play blackjack?
Yeah, I could not play. Now, if I saw him anywhere around me, I would probably curse him out because I'm like, how are you a dealer? The dealers I dealt with here in town were so nice to me, showed me nicely how to play these games. And this guy asked me one question. I guess I did not answer correctly because he asked me.
I think he was hitting on you.
No, he definitely wasn't.
Hit me.
No, he wasn't. He said if I put down a 3 or 4, a 6, and a 7 or something, are you going to tell me to hit or stay? And I said, I'm going to tell you to hit me. And he's like, yeah, you don't know the rules, so you can't play.
Well, it depends on what he's showing.
Right.
I don't know. However he laid it
I think
down.
she's making these stories up.
I'm not making them up. That's what
You
he
know,
said.
I was trying to like compare some of the issues that I had in Tahoe with her issues, and there's nothing compares. Like, there's really nothing that can compare to some of the shit that happened to you in Vegas. I mean, really, like, I thought it was bad when I was sitting at the table at Harvey's, and the pit boss, which was super duper bitchy, the entire trip, she worked every night. She was super duper bitchy. And she like made the people, like, I just thought it was silly. Not that I'm smoking at the table, but you're at a casino. It just didn't make sense. Like the hypocrisy. I hate that.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
She's like, no smoking at this table while this dealer's here because she's pregnant. I'm like,
then you guys should put her somewhere else. Like,
it wasn't my
the entire
it wasn't my fight to fight,
Uh-huh.
but I'm sitting there's two other guys there and they were cool about it. And I was just like, it just doesn't make sense. Why is she even here? And why do you keep doing this with your face, the smoke? You're in a casino.
yeah, you could smoke at the table right next to it, just not at the table she's at.
It just didn't make, but that's nothing.
So what about you? I saw you went on a boat ride. Nothing happened there. That was smooth sailing. Because didn't you find somebody locally to get on their boat?
No. I'm
Oh,
telling
you paid the $700 one.
No, it
I
wasn't.
wondered that.
No, it wasn't. So
Okay.
I'm telling you, my black cloud is gone. I mean, how the whole podcasting thing started for me was Bailey's black cloud.
Absolutely.
Because literally on a daily, and I think that I've wished it on you.
Yeah.
Somehow you have pushed your cloud over here
Because I mean,
with a fan.
yeah, and blacker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
He's black.
Literally. Literally.
Bigger and blacker.
This is Bailey's blacker cloud.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next podcast.
Understand.
No, the boat ride that we went on. So we stopped off. We went to this little shopping area, and they had excursions. And Rachel's in the chocolate shop. Shocker, fat kid. And so I'm in the excursion shop, and I'm talking to this guy. He's really nice. And I'm looking around, and I was like, how much is this? And it was a sunset boat ride with free champagne.
Okay.
Well, that sounds pretty cool. We can do that. I was like, do they serve food? And it was like, yeah, they got like hot dogs and pizza. I'm like, no, I don't want hot
Goes
dogs and
with
pizza.
champagne.
Yeah, I know, that's disgusting. So, he was like, well, I can give it to you for free if you go walk through the Hilton for 90 minutes and check it. I was like,
Oh, this sounds like a
Oh.
timeshare scam.
Absolutely. That's what that is.
I was like, nah, tell me how much it is. I'm not interested in that. And he says it's $200 for both of you or something like that. $230.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, cheap champagne, but it was cool. The guys that were pouring the champagne were cool. I mean, you had a good enough room. It was a little chilly.
That's a shit timeshare gift, though. I thought usually, like when you sit through those pitches, you get like $1,000 things.
Yeah. So when he called up to make the reservations, he's like, I'm going to take care of you. He was one of those guys, wheeler and dealer. He's like, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. He's like, yeah, these are good personal friends of mine, Debbie. So if you could give them the Hilton discount for me, if you know what I mean. Okay. Yeah. It's David L. Okay. See you later. All right. Bye-bye. She's going to call you. Get the payment here in a second. I was like, okay. So she calls, and I'm on the phone. I'm like, just out of curiosity, what was the original price before I got this Hilton discount? She was like, we were able to give you $15 off.
Oh, my God.
I was like, I knew something was a little wonky. Something just didn't add up.
$15 is $15.
I agree. Yeah. I agree, even though I tipped him 20 on my way out, but that's fine. And then poor NickyD gets home and her kid's got COVID.
She does.
Ugh.
She has COVID. I've been watching her though, not testing her, but just keeping up with her. She's doing a lot better. She's not sick anymore. She was dying on Saturday, in her words, and now she's on the phone laughing and talking. So I think she's feeling better, and she's pressuring me about a hair appointment. So.
Well, that makes for good news for the COVID movement.
Oh, absolutely.
One day you're out, and then the rest after you get this new COVID Z-Pack, you're good to go.
Yeah. And she only took one dose of it because I'm still trying to get her to
take all of it.
take the rest of it. She's fighting me on
Like,
that.
your kid is the reason why MRSA is a thing.
They're MRSA babies.
Yeah, that's
like,
her,
you
for
got to
sure.
take all of it.
So this past weekend when, we both were on vacation, and by the way, Nelson did nothing. He was
Well, we
supposed
can
to
move on.
make the big trip to Rockland, which is 20 minutes from his house.
No.
He doesn't want to talk about that.
What?
I'm just saying, why can't
This
you move
weekend.
on? There's no. All I did was sit around and sleep and cry this weekend.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Why everybody got serious all of a sudden?
No, I don't think
Because
we
it
got
was
serious.
it was a bad time for him this
Well,
weekend.
she got serious. I was just being flippant. Like,
What-
can't we move on?
What's, oh, no, it's a podcast. You don't move on.
But there's got to be other things to talk.
And welcome to working with me.
I know.
As soon as you say, "Can we move on?" I put the brakes on.
I know. I know.
So I
I'm
don't
playing
know.
the game.
I don't know any of this.
No, I
Is
just.
this why you were a dick to me on the phone the other
I
night?
was not a dick
You
to
were
you
the
on the phone.
Biggest fucking asshole I've met in about a week.
I was like,
You were a dick.
I was not a dick.
You were a dick.
No, I was not a dick.
It's okay. Just admit it.
No, because
Try
you
it.
couldn't admit being a dick. You
Absolutely.
were a dick.
I was not a dick. I
You
would
wa-
admit if I were a dick.
You were being kind of a dick.
Let's leave this up to Nikki. See, let's play a game.
Okay.
Can Nikki see the dick?
Okay.
Because right now I see two being thrown out. I see two of them.
All right. So you're going to hear a story, most likely with two different versions.
Okay, I'm ready to hear this.
Which
story.
version would you like to hear first?
Yours.
Okay. I reached out to. What? I didn't even start.
Oh my God. Okay, Nelson, wait, let him get it out.
Sorry.
I don't understand what's happening right now. I've got
Casually.
I'm 3 words deep.
Okay, he's sorry. Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead. Take 2.
So when I got back into town,
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to Joshua,
Okay.
and he did not pick up. And you know I am about that.
Oh, I do know.
Yeah. And it's one thing if you don't pick up,
Mhm.
because you've now gotten to the co-host status.
Okay.
So you get a little bit more leniency. But you know what it's like when you're my producer or intern,
Absolutely.
all right?
Now I'm on the same level as intern.
If I text you, I expect a fairly immediate response.
You expect an immediate response.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'll give you 20, 30 tops.
Seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't put words in my story.
I'm just asking.
No, you're telling. Asking ends with a question mark. So, he's going through his phone right now to try to see if I'm off here. I know what
see
he's
how
doing.
far off. I want to know what the distance was in between.
So here's the thing: is so I've reached out and I said, because we had the new show planner this week
Mhm.
for the radio show,
Mhm.
and this was his job. He's been, what's it called? Knight it or
Yeah,
you know,
basically.
whatever. Knight it with this big responsibility. Supposedly they have this twisted way of looking at different roles. Anyway, so I didn't hear back from him. Now this is the second time in a week that I had not heard back from him fairly immediately,
Okay.
and that upsets me.
Within 20, 30 seconds.
No, 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, minutes. Gotcha.
So last time he didn't do it, and I kind of let it slide. I was a little pissy, but I kind of let it slide. And this one, I was like, all right, because I had something to do. I was like, dude, what? We all know 4:30, that's work time.
Okay.
4:30 to about 6 is work time pre-show, day before.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do anything else in your life unless it's an emergency and it's cleared by me.
Life stops.
Then, yeah, right. So here's the thing.
This is a true story.
So he finally gets back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, where's the planner? Where's the stuff? And he's like, and he lies all the time.
Oh my God.
So, I know he's lying, and he lies when he forgets. Because if he would have had it, he would have immediately sent it to me.
over. Mm-hmm.
But it took about enough time to do it
Uh-huh.
to send it over.
Okay.
He'll never admit it, but when he tells his side of the story, you're smart enough, you'll see it right through it.
I
Okay.
had the damn thing.
Okay.
Like,
So he didn't have it, so he sent it, but he didn't send me the right one. Right? He sent me just one of them. I needed both of them. I needed the email template and I needed the DocShare template.
Right.
So I'm just like, forget about it, Nelson. Don't worry about it. And I did not raise my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Not once did I raise my voice. I did not.
So you text them, then called them?
I called him because I was filling it out. I'm like, I had a question,
Okay.
and if he's got this big producer role
Mm-hmm.
and he's in charge and he's so smart and is so knowing and all that good stuff, he's the man's man, right? He's the man's right-hand man. Then I'm supposed to go to him to ask questions. supposedly.
Okay.
which
So-
he loves.
So I was like, hey, I got a question here. I was like, and then he's like, what do you want from me? And so I pulled out my Google Translator, Chinese to English, and it was
Wow, wow, wow.
and I said, Nelson, I don't have time for this. I'm not trying to have an argument with you. I'm just trying to get this work done. I'm not interested. Oh, yeah, well, I just sat around all weekend while you guys are scallivanting all over, whatever word he used. Gallivanting,
I would
scallivanting.
be gallivanting if I was going
Gallivant.
to use the word, but I did not use gallivanting.
Gallivant. You did. I remembered. I wrote it down.
He wrote it down.
He goes,
Don't connect.
He's writing it.
told you, wrote it down. Gallivanting. Didn't.
That's what he said.
Anyway, he's doing his Nelson. Hey, he's a gallivanting all over town. And I was like, So you're upset that we went away this weekend?
Oh, is that how you said it?
Is that how you said it? Just like that?
Possibly
Because I
differently.
need all the details.
I tell you what.
Uh-huh.
I'll listen to how he said I said it.
Okay, then we'll come back.
Because
to
I'm not 100% sold on if I'm telling the truth right now.
Okay, all right. So we'll circle back to that. I'm going to write that down.
But just this part of it.
You're mad.
Just this part of it.
We went out of town. Okay, got you.
Yeah, just this part, though.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the stuff is good.
Okay.
This part, I could be off.
Okay.
So where was I?
You're mad we went out of
mad
town.
we went out of town. I'm like, this is ridiculous. He's gel bells because we went out of town. I said something to the effect of like, it's not our fault that we go out of town. We earned it. You know, I was like, what are you doing? I mean, you sound like, these little punk ass kids that are pissed off when people have something and you don't.
Right.
Not my damn fault you're broke. I
Agreed.
gave you a job.
Okay.
Where's your money?
Okay.
It's like, so I felt like he was blaming me
Oh, okay.
for you and I.
Going out of town?
And to be honest with you, Nikki, before I'm going to finish up here and you can go, but let me be honest with you about something. And let me make this perfectly clear.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on bringing this story up, but I want to get serious for a second.
Okay.
My God.
I felt like I really didn't care about how he was treating me at that time,
Mm-hmm.
but I felt like he was attacking you.
Me?
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure that however that conversation ended, he knew that I got your back.
Oh, I really appreciate that. I
With
wonder
that-
why he would be attacking me.
I don't know, but that's how I felt. And with that being said, I hope that you're fair when you judge
Mm-hmm.
these two conversations.
All right. I got you. I'm on it. Gosh, Nelson attacking me?
So I got a call from him about the planner.
Mm-hmm.
I had sent the email. I had sent the template over. This is the first I'm hearing about me making up an email planner for him, too. So that's on me. He goes, what the fuck were you doing?
Whoa.
I go, dude.
He used cursing
I
words?
took a nap.
I did not talk like that.
I took a nap.
I did
Okay.
not.
You did not use cursing words?
He's lying.
Ooh.
I don't know how else to put it.
Okay.
I took a nap, man. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been kind of on one lately. I've been going through some shit. Been doing a lot of sleeping.
That's how he's talking to me, though. That's how
Oh,
he
that's
would.
how he was
Oh,
talking.
I'm
So-
giving you
Okay.
real.
Okay.
I'll give you real.
All right,
Okay.
I don't need Black Nelson if you're going to tell the story. Because Black Nelson did not talk to me that day. That was angry
He
white
goes-
Nelson.
He goes,
Royd Baby Man.
he goes, that's all you fucking talk about is napping. No one wants to hear the shit. No one wants to hear the shit anymore. It's nothing but excuses.
Whole time. Excuses possibly. But the napping, does that sound like me?
I don't know. That's a lie. If
Yeah.
you were saying it like that and
No,
yelling and
and
screaming.
no. I did not.
And
And,
cursing?
and you know who can back my play?
Who?
Ariel.
Oh, she was
Ariel
around?
heard the whole thing, and if I got her, I'm not going to.
Right.
But next, you'll see her on Sunday.
Okay.
You ask her if I talked to him like that day.
Oh, dang. We got to get another
Because
verification
that
here.
is wrong. You know what he's doing? He's reenacting how
Uh-huh.
he heard it.
Oh, not how it
now
actually
you're going to
happened.
gaslight me.
Which, you know what? To be honest with you, I think it's in our best interest as a
Uh-huh.
group, as a team,
Uh-huh.
and as your leader
Uh-huh.
to sit there and go, you know what, Nelson? I can see how you saw it that way, and I apologize. Probably the
Oh,
best.
yes.
Yeah.
See, now you just took the high road.
Well, you
And
know,
so there has to be no judgment because you just told him you're sorry.
and I am sorry that you looked at it that way and you interpreted it that way. And I think next time we need to find a better game plan on getting through
Yeah.
our differences.
Absolutely.
Mm.
No.
And it makes me sad and triggers me that
I will say he
A
was.
word I've never heard him use in my life.
I will say he was pretty fair in the way he recreated telling me it's not his fault that he's done well for himself in his life, though. That was fairly I was thinking he was going to downplay that side so that I could come in and go, well, you should have heard the way he said, it's not my fault. I've done well for myself and I can go do things. But he's pretty honest about the way he leveled that out. So
yeah.
Okay. I
Mhm.
hear you. Well,
See what I did there? I pulled the honesty out.
You did.
You see what I did?
I do.
Because he was bullshit,
Mhm.
and then I threw in.
Why are you Black Bailey right there?
It sounded so good, though.
Yeah, well, I saw you nodding right along. Like, get him.
Actually, that would be British Bailey.
Bullshit. Okay, yeah, fair.
If you've ever seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, you know the line.
Bullshit,
Bullshit.
Yes, you're right.
Bullshit. So he was bullshit.
He was.
And then I pulled the upper ground,
Uh-huh.
high road,
You did.
and then he started spewing some truth.
He spewed it right on out. So were you guys able to end this conversation happy? Was it a happy ending?
No,
or
we didn't
y'all
talk
just
again.
hung up?
We didn't talk again until Tuesday morning, and
Oh.
everything was fine.
Okay. Maybe y'all just needed some time.
But that's what you have to learn about me is I'm not holding anything against anybody. I mean, we sit there. That's why Rach and I have such a great relationship. You know, we've been together for 10 years. I'm not going to lie and say we don't have our tiffs and our differences every now and again.
Right.
We do. And we've had some big issues in our lives that we've had to deal with. Some really big issues. But we know each other so well and love each other so much that it's like once it's done, it's done.
Uh-huh.
Move on.
And we don't really dwell on it. Like we're not the couple, and I'm not the guy or the friend that does this either. Goes, we should probably sit. And that's what today is. Let's sit down and reflect.
Let's have a meeting about the meeting.
Yeah, let's talk about. Let's bring up all those emotions and why we were angry, so we can get past being angry. I would rather suppress those emotions
Yes.
and move forward and forget that it ever even happened.
That's one of the big things that Trudy, my ex-girlfriend from Omaha, hated about me. Because at some point, it's done. We've had the flare-up. It's over. If there's been enough time that's passed, the next time I see you or see that person, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
How was it? How's your morning? You know, that's the way I need it to be, too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sitting there dwelling on it. So
No,
anyway,
no.
you want to judge and jury the story?
All right. So
I mean, obviously.
from what I've heard, I really don't want to say either one of you were dicks, but if I have to pick a person, I got to pick Nelson.
Sure, yeah.
Because you've now apologized,
Yeah.
said you understand how he feels,
I get it.
and you took the high road.
I
So
know.
it only now leaves it on Nelson.
And, you know what hurts me more than anything
What's that?
is that you said that. You agreed because
Mhm.
you're right.
I mean, and plus you told me like
Yeah.
he was downing on me. So
Well, that was the big thing, and that's what I really
crazy.
wanted to
I even
convey.
tried to help him before I left to go out of
I know.
town.
I mean,
So how could he be down on me?
he called you names.
That's crazy.
He called you. You want me to tell you what
But
he
he
called
dropped me off angry at the airport, so I guess I shouldn't doubt it, huh?
you? You want me to tell you what he called you?
What'd he call me?
Beowulf.
What does that even mean?
Yeah. Well, if you know what it means.
I don't know what it means.
It means
Like a dummy wolf or something?
angry dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, it's like a Yeti, actually. Beowulf, like
yeah.
the story of a Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Also,
a cup. Oh, you mean the thing that looks like Bigfoot?
also the name of Beyonce's dog. Isn't she Bay?
Beowulf.
Beowulf.
Bay.
Uh,
I got it.
Yeah,
I was about to
yeah,
get
I
it.
got
It was
it.
turning. I was
Listen,
like, wait,
I got it.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm
got a
going to get it.
little Beyonce joke on these kids. All right. I was going to actually bring up something very serious on this podcast, but we're out of time.
We derailed.
Yeah, we derailed,
Okay.
which I think is what people like.
They do.
People like the derail.
They like us going off the train tracks.
But I wasn't able to. I really wanted to talk about the hypocrisy of life. I know it's like a total.
What?
I know.
What?
I have it written down here. Look, hypocrisy of life.
Hypocrisy of life.
What?
Isn't that deep?
Yeah. Like,
Well, that it's the whole Jimmy Buffett, really the Jimmy Buffett death, and the hypocrisy of life when people die, especially of fame, game changers. The people eulogize them by he did it his way. He always did it his way. And I believe that. I believe there are certain people to an extent that have done it their way.
Mm-hmm.
But people want you to do it their way.
yeah, until you're gone, and then they respect that you did it your way.
Right, yeah. Then they realize. But anyway, I was going to do a good 45 minutes on that.
Oh, dang. Darn.
All right, listen to the BS on social media. Please give us a like, share, follow the YouTube channel at The Bailey Show. Please subscribe. That is, of course, free of charge. And for you new to the 2%ers, if you don't know what that is the good people that have supported us through thick and thin, through hell and high water, the best audience that a broadcaster could ever ask for. And if you're listening to this or the radio show, then you're one of them. We have a private Facebook group just for you guys and girls. So search on Facebook, the BS Two Peers. The BS Two Peers. All right. NickyD?
I'm out of here.
Yeah. All right, Nelson?
Bailey, NickyD. I'm sorry.
There we go.
Oh,
See?
that's so good of you, Nelson, to do that.
I think the way I was triggered has triggered him to turn into
A nice Nelson?
nice Nancy Nelson.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice Nancy Nelson.
Yeah.
We still didn't get to was all pissed off this weekend. You got me past it. You son of a bitch.
You did get you past it. You may have to bring it up tomorrow.
I'm going to bring it up on the radio program.
No.
The crossover tease. All right. Thanks for listening to the podcast, the BS Uncensored version. Thanks, as always, for the support. We'll talk to you next week. And bye.
Get off my lawn! It's old man Kevin, and the BS is done for right now.
Please share, like, and support.
TheBaileyShow.com.
Now, get out of here.